you tell us a little bit more about what LGROW really means to you and what your areas of responsibilities are?
LGROW stands for the Lower Grand River Organization of Watersheds. It's kind of a mouthful,
Yeah.
but we're the Watershed Council for the Lower Grand River.
What some people say like watershed. What exactly is a watershed?
Yes. Well, that's a great question. I'm glad you asked. A watershed basically is an area of land that drains to a common body of water. So, just as simple as that. So the Lower Grand River Watershed just means all the land that drains into the Lower Grand River. We do a lot of different things. The Lower Grand River is the longest river in the state. The entire Grand River encompasses 252 miles from Jackson County basically out to Lake Michigan. And the Lower Grand goes from Portland, Michigan to Lake Michigan. So we're really focused on the Lower Grand River. We've got some really exciting projects. One thing that I'm working on is the Lower Grand River Water Trail. The Lower Grand River was just approved as a state water trail.
Well, and I know we're all about the trails in West Michigan, Kent County, Ottawa County. We have some great biking and hiking trails, but the water trail, that's kind of a new thing that I'll bet a lot of people don't know about. But this is probably just really another way to say this asset, the river, is available for a water trail.
Yes.
Who's going to use that?
The river is the trail, so the water is what we want to highlight, the water of the Lower Grand River, so you can paddle it, boat it, fish it, and now being designated an official state water trail, that means that there'll be easier access points, more information available. You can visit lgrow.org to find out more about how you can access the Lower Grand River.
We see a lot of kayakers in the Grand River already, but providing more ins and out locations for them will only enhance that. And today we're here to take a little hike along the river and to really learn about the flora and fauna along the shores and to really learn about what's happening. I think only more people doing that will only enhance what we have going on in our great community already.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm excited. We have 35 access points already, and this designation will just help us improve those access points, bring more attention to them, and bring more people to the Lower Grand River.
Great. Rachel, can you tell us a little bit about your projects and your involvement with LGROW?
Yeah, so just a quick piggyback on the water trail effort. So that really ties into LGROW as a greater organization. We have all sorts of other programs that we do to help raise awareness of the water quality in the Grand River and what different people can do to impact that water quality on their own properties. So that's what a lot of this messaging is out on this table. And a lot of this content is distributed to our 23 MS4 communities. So MS4 communities are stormwater communities that are responsible for certain requirements in order to discharge their stormwater into the Grand River or one of its 32 sub-watersheds. So we really try to just make it easy, straightforward, and fun for people to have an impact on their watershed.
Every year for the last 10 plus years since I was mayor of Walker, I've been part of the mayor's cleanup the Grand River. What kind of projects do you have going on with specific streams along the way right now?
We're doing a lot in Mill Creek right now. We have a 319 Eagle grant. So we're working with all the way from headwaters down to the mouth. The headwaters, there's a lake called Cranberry Lake, and that lake is hyper-eutrophic. There's a lot of ag in the upper, a lot of agriculture producers in that watershed. So that
hyper-eutrophic. You might need to give us a definition there.
Yeah. So it's mostly farmland around the outside of the lake, where it is mostly privately owned, but then it's farmland. And the nutrients that they put on, so let's say an orchard, for instance, the mass amount of nutrients that they're going to add to that, any runoff is going to,
So nitrogen or phosphorus, things that they're going to do to augment the soil to help their crops grow, might have an unintended consequence of adversely affecting the quality of the water?
Yes. The algae on top is super happy because it has more food than it's ever had in its life.
Yep.
And it blooms and it's amazing. Everything underneath can be in trouble, because then it would block the light from getting down to the plants that are underneath. If those plants end up dying off, bacteria start working on those, start pulling oxygen out of the water, and then the fish are in trouble. So it's just sort of a negative,
not only that, but
feedback loop.
We see these tributaries going to the Grand River, but guess what? It ends out in Lake Michigan, so a lot of us get our water from pipes that come from Lake Michigan. whether you're in Grand Rapids or Wyoming or Granville or Walker, we drink that water. So ensuring that that water is healthy for all of us, it's pretty important. So thanks for the great work you do.
My pleasure. Definitely passion, great people to work with that all have different backgrounds, and like I said, great partners like Kent Conservation District that
Yeah.
we'll talk to soon.
Absolutely.